All right, coming over here, saw your Instagram, saw that you were sort of geeking out on the creator of Hellboy. Were you originally a fan of the comic books, and that's why you sort of got to the fact that you're collaborating? So
you just answered the question, Juan. I don't need to say it.
You need to say it, but I think it's better when you say it.
I got it's true.
I'm the cutaway.
It's true. I love them. I discovered them sort of in my kind of early 20s out of college. And you know, I'm not so big on the little thin comic books. I'm more into the graphic novel things because they're bigger and sort of sturdier. But I love the art style of them. I think the pastiche of mythologies is gorgeous. Like the character himself is so fun and interesting, and you know, I've loved them for years.
All right. So do you, this is related to actually one of the things in the movie where your character has to sort of decide if his destiny's fated or not. So do you believe in fate? The fact that you were a fan of Hellboy and suddenly you're working on a thing and they call you and like, we want you to do this character that you love all the time. So
you know, I don't know if I'd call it fate. I do believe, and this is weird because I actually have very complicated feelings about this one. You really brought up something.
Oh no!
I'm gonna
have on your first interview. Sorry.
On my first interview, I'm gonna have to go deep. Like, I tend to think that there is some sort of divinity, like there's some sort of shape to my career. Like, whatever it is that I'm attracted to is attracted to me, and there's various kind of karmas happening in all sorts of directions. Nice. But in general, the destiny stuff, I believe, with Hellboy is more attuned to, like, his genetics almost. Like, he has an imperative to be, he's a demon, right? Like, he has an imperative to kill and slaughter and bring about destruction of humanity. I mean, that's what the demons and the devils are supposed to do.
Heavy.
So it's to tempt us into destruction, right? Yeah. So what's so unique and interesting about him is while he has this genetic destiny, he himself shaves his horns, is embarrassed about it, and tries to just be a good guy who shows up and helps people. And that, like, you know, that interplay is fascinating.
Which brings me to the next question. Did you feel, because this version, obviously in comics, there are different versions of characters, different storylines, but your character is in conflict, which is, I love. It's like, he's not settled, he's not set in his ways. So do you feel that that sort of gave you an in to sort of own the character in a different way?
Yeah, exactly. That was sort of what appealed to me a lot, was it's kind of a coming of age story a little bit. Like, he is a Hellboy, and he's under the shadow.
I felt he's like a teenager kind of.
Right, exactly. He's under the shadow of a very powerful father figure, and it's sort of like his emergence from that shadow. Yeah, it really, in its essence, he does have this like real identity struggle, and to the point where I kind of love, like in the middle of the film, he questions whether or not he's on the right side. Like, and what the arbitrariness of good and evil anyway. It's like, whatever side you're on, you're killing beings, right? So why is this one good and this one evil? Why should I be on this one when I'm actually more of a monster than human? So all those questions of like my identity, who I am, what I should fight for, all that stuff was really, it felt unique and it felt appealing.
So I found it interesting that you're like the definition of a character actor for most of your filmography, what you've done.
I'm still a character.
And that's what I mean.
See that face.
You have. So was that also appeal that you get to be a lead in a studio movie, but it's not you. You're like, was the makeup like a comfort for you to sort of like take that on?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny, like, they do have to make this distinction between lead and character, but I feel like they're all kind of characters, right? It's just sort of how far you're willing to go against your natural proclivities, right? Okay. And so, yeah, this was a big stretch in that department. Like, certainly it's, you know, I don't have much demon in me, I don't have horns, like things like that, yeah. But it was a big stretch, but I like exploring those things, and I really, as I say, like, I really like him, so it was really mainly focused on the character.
All right, well, pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, man. You as well.